Right then, here we go. I am Abner. I'm going to be your friends, I'm going to be your friends during this program. We are going to have 20 meetings on this online program, and I'm from Fulbright, Indonesia. So I've been teaching IELTS for almost 20 years, and because this is my expertise, so I really want to share everything that I know. It doesn't mean that I'm going to teach you or I'm going to tell you everything like do's and don'ts or something like that, but let's discuss again about the IELTS together. So I'm really over the moon if you come up with any kinds of questions. First, I'll try to work it out for you. Well, without any further ado, any questions about myself? Does anybody want to come up with a question?
May I, sir?
Okay, go on, Renaldi.
Yes. Sorry, I didn't change my background yet.
No worries.
So we can call you Haya or
Right. Just call me Haya, or yeah, just call me Haya.
Haya.
Yeah.
Okay.
Haya. And I'm so happy if you call me by my name. Don't call me sir, please. Okay.
Okay. Understood.
Anyone else? Anyone else? Okay. Anyone else want to ask me questions? Wants to come up with the questions? That's okay. Anybody?
Maybe not, sir. We can start our class right now.
Wow, thank you very much then. Who's that then? Okay, so I'm going to start the class for tonight. First of all, I'd like to say my apologize because I start quite late because, after teaching at 8:30, I have to get ready and I have to give some consultations to other students as well. So I take time. On top of that, I've got a little bit problems because this is the first time for me to connect with the internet around. But no worries, since I can cope with all the things inside, so I think we should get ready to go. Well, first of all, I'd like to ask you some questions about why do you want to take IELTS? So I really want to come in here with your opinions. Why do you want to take IELTS? And then give me your reasons. Then tell us about whether you've already got the IELTS preparations before or have ever taken the official test before. So I just want to give Anissa the first. Anissa, would you please tell me the reasons why you want to take IELTS and the reasons why, why you want to take IELTS, and whether you've already taken the IELTS test or IELTS preparations before. Okay, Anissa. Okay, Anissa. Right. If not, no, then we move on to Dimas. Dimas, give me the reasons why you want to take IELTS, Dimas.
Okay. Hi everyone.
Hi.
My name is Dimas. Nice to meet you all. So basically, I take an IELTS preparation because right now I'm a fresh graduate from my university at ITB. So basically, I'm looking for a job. I'm looking for a new job, or I'm looking for a full-time job. So, and the requirement of some full-time job is IELTS score with the like a 6 or 5 basic minimum IELTS score. And then
Okay.
yeah, I have a plan to study abroad or study to my master degree. So this IELTS preparation can help me to get through to that plan. And then about the experience, yeah, I haven't take any IELTS preparation any IELTS preparation class or any IELTS preparation test.
Great.
That's all.
Thank you very much, Antima. That's all. Right. Thank you. Thank you for your introductions as well. So, Anissa, I give you a chance to use and give the reasons why. Anissa, are you still there? Okay. Okay. So I want to move on to Fatahudin. Fatahudin, come on. You may go. Fatahudin? Oh,
Hello, sorry.
yeah. Would you introduce yourself to all of us and tell us the reasons why you want to take IELTS?
Okay, thanks for the chance. Sorry before. I think the voice is got delayed, so I cannot hear properly. So allow me to introduce myself. My name is Fatahudin, but you can call me Fatah. The reason why I join or I want to take IELTS is I have a plan, which is I want to take my master degree, and the requirements say that it should there is a IELTS document. So I want to improve my English and have a good score of IELTS.
Right, thank you very much. It's short information. So I'm going to be asking you a question. Excuse me, Fatah, where are you from?
Originally I'm from Kebumen, Jawa Tengah, but now I live in Makassar.
Okay. Now I want to move on to Dimas. Once again, Dimas.
Yeah.
Would you please introduce yourself, Dimas?
Okay.
Oh, Dimas is...
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
yeah.
I'm so sorry, Dimas. Sorry. And then comes the Bismat. Bismat, are you there?
Yes.
Right. Okay, Bismat, go on. Introduce
Hello.
yourself. Why you want to take IELTS?
Hello everyone.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. My name is Vismat. The reason why I wanna join these courses because I want to continue my study in abroad, and of course I need IELTS score before I register in scholarship or university.
Great.
Actually, I have wait, I have a test before in IELTS, but it's around 5 years ago.
Oh, it's been a long time.
Yeah, that's why I just wanna course again.
Okay.
That I'm actually originally I'm from Southeast Sulawesi, particularly in Bobo City, but right now because I work in Ambon, so yeah, right now I stay in Ambon.
Okay. So
Thank
you're
you.
currently... Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time. And then now I want to move on to Krishna. Krishna, your turn.
Okay, thank you. Hello guys, I'm Krishna. Nice to meet you all. I'm going to apply scholarship next year. I haven't taken any class preparation or IELTS test before, so I hope I can improve my English in this class and get them 6 maybe. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Krishna. Now I want to move on to Muhammad Asril Aziz. Would you please introduce yourself and tell the reasons why you want to take IELTS for tonight?
Okay, thank you very much for the time. Good night, everybody. My name is Muhammad Asril. I'm from Makassar, and now I work in a statistic office in Makassar. And my purpose to continue my study in abroad.
Okay, Great.
Yes,
Then, okay.
have experience in IELTS test before.
Yeah,
Thank
what
you.
about your experience? Or you've never got experience before taking the IELTS? Never.
I don't have. I
Okay.
never.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is the first time for you to join in.
This is my first time.
Okay. Great. Thank you very much, Asril. I call you Asril. Is that okay?
Okay, thank you, sir.
Right. Now, Renaldi Saputra. Renaldi Saputra, would you please?
Yes. Okay,
Okay.
thank you very much. So I joined this IELTS class because I think I need to take my English speaking skill to the next level because currently I'm working in bitumen industry company. So I think I need to go further because my supplier is from abroad. That's why.
Right. So, where are you from? Excuse me.
Also from Makassar, Sulawesi Selatan.
Right. Great. And then now I want to move on to Salsabila.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Salwa, would you please go on?
Nice to meet you guys. My name is Salwa Salsabila. I'm from Makassar. Now I'm just studying and do some freelancing. The reason why I choose this course because I want to improve my English skill and have a good score from IELTS so I can get better job opportunities.
Great.
That's all, sir. Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much. And then the last one, I think, is going to be Shahira. Shahira, would you please?
Okay. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Good evening. Hope you all doing great. My name is Shahira Tasima, and I prefer to call me Hira, and I'm from Medan. I was graduated a couple months ago, and currently I just do study IELTS. The reason I want to take IELTS is because the reason is it's same with the commonly people in here, by the way. Yeah, for going study abroad or for the rules or for the got a better job. That's it. Glad to see you.
Right. Great. Thank you very much, Shahira. By the way, I want to ask questions. Have you ever taken an IELTS before, Shahira?
I never take IELTS before.
And this is the first time for you too.
Not the first time. I was studying by myself. After I graduated, it's around 1 month ago. And I stopped study because it was bored for me. And right now, I'm studying like get the motivation to take IELTS better.
All right, then. So great then. Okay, nice. Thank you very much for all of you to introduce yourself and the reasons why you want to take it. Then I'm going to put our meeting for in some agenda. So tonight, at the first, I'm going to introduce you about the IELTS, what the IELTS is. Hopefully, it's going to be a snapshot only, a short overview about the IELTS itself. Then if you come up with some questions, let me know. I'll try to work it out. As soon as after that, we are going to move on to the listening because I really want to know about the listening, about the way you feel, the way your attitude about the listening. So I'm going to give you a short task only for section 1 that consists of number 1 to number 10. So without any further ado, I'm going to go on to the IELTS itself. It's only a snapshot for you, so please don't hesitate to come up with the questions if you have in terms of the IELTS for the first agenda tonight. Here we go. I'll try to find Okay, I'm going to start by telling you about the overview. It's only a snapshot, but I think it's a nitty-gritty for you to know. So if I say that nitty-gritty means that it's very important or of paramount importance or can be vital or pivotal. Here we go. As we know, and everyone knows in the world, that IELTS test, the format of the test is like this one. So it can be academic in this way. It can be academic or in general. Okay. So academic test for IELTS is aimed for those who want to continue study abroad. However, for general one, is aimed for those who want to, to work, let's say, working holiday visa. And the format of the test is going to be like this one. So listening at the test, then comes to the reading and writing. It's going to be one packet, right? And then as soon as after you finish this packet, then you're going to have a break in terms of speaking. So you're going to be given time, a specific time by the examiner. So you have to come around into the test place or the venue of the test before the time. Then we move on to this one, listening at the test. So as you see on the screen, we've got 30 minutes to go, 4 sections, 40 questions. And at the end, it will be given 10 minutes for you to transfer your answers from the paper, from the booklet test to the answer sheet. So this is the paper-based, because right now IELTS can be paper-based and can be computer-based. So for the paper-based, you're going to have 30 minutes, and at the end of the test, the supervisor will give you 10 minutes to transfer your answer from the booklet test to the answer sheet. Okay. However, in the computer-based, you're going to have 2 or 3 minutes only, just to scroll up and scroll down to check the spellings, whether your answer is correct or incorrect. Dive down into the listening itself. As you may see on the screen, section 1, section 2, 3, and 4. So every section consists of 10 numbers. So totally we have 40 numbers. And the level will go on based on the level of difficulty. So the higher, then the more difficult. It means that section 4 becomes the most difficult one. So I really want to give you some suggestions. You need to work better in section 1 and 2, because this is the time, this is the sections for you to collect the score. The more score you've got in the previous sections, I mean, the preliminary section, the better for the section 3 and 4. As soon as after listening, we move on to the reading. So in this reading section, you're going to have 60 minutes. You're going to have 60 minutes, 3 passages, and 40 questions. No extra time at the end, like in listening previously that I told you. So in reading, the most important thing you need to know is to differentiate the question types, because we've got 10 question types in reading. So sentence completions, not stable, flowchart completion, short answer questions, labeling diagram, true, false, not given, multiple choice, and so forth. So why I told you to get ready or to recognize the question type, because every question type will be treated in a different way. So let's say, for example, the way you cope with true, false, not given in order to find out the answer, the techniques are gonna be different with the way you fix the problems in labeling a diagram. So in reading, we are going to discuss a lot about strategies, techniques, and how to recognize the keywords. We are going to deal with text and context as well, and how to deal with the close reading techniques. So we are going to discuss it later on. As soon as after reading 40 questions, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, which is an hour, then directly you move on to the writing. So in this writing, you're gonna dealing with task 1 and task 2. So task 2 is all about the essay. You're going to fix some problems about the essay. And for writing task 1, you're gonna be doing the charts, diagram, or even maps. So it means that, so to speak, you are going to deal with a report. So report in section 1, and then section 2, essay. Right, so 20 minutes for writing task 1 and 40 minutes for writing task 2. So totally, it would be 60 minutes for both of the tasks. After writing, then you're going to have a break. Okay, this is the examples only for writing task 1. In writing task 1, you're going to deal with charts, diagrams, and maps. Charts consist of pie, bar, line, table, in group, in mix. Diagrams, process, cycle, and maps, development, comparison. And only one of those will be released by the Cambridge University. So you need to be fully aware to learn to know the strategy, particularly how to enter the questions in your test someday. The examples. This is diagram, maps. As soon as after that you move on to writing task 2, and based on my POP point of view, I can categorize writing task 2 into 3: discussion, opinion, and questions. And remember, it's the same as in writing task 1. So we need to know which one is discussed in essay, which one that deals with the opinion and the question. So the most important thing in terms of answering the questions of task response in writing, we need to know which essay belongs to discussion, opinion, and question. So we can give the correct answers in our essay. For example, like this. So this is the opinion essay. As soon as after that, you're going to have a break before coming to the speaking. So you're going to have a break. Let's say, for example, in the morning, you take the test at 9 a.m. and it lasts almost 3 hours. It will last for almost 3 hours at 9 a.m. and then you're going to start 30 minutes before 12. Then you're going to have a break for 1 hour or even 1.5 hours. Then in the afternoon, you're going to be asked to, to attend the speaking test. Okay, so remember, you're going to have a break before coming to the speaking. Then in the speaking, it used to be face-to-face before the pandemic, particularly for, the institutions such as IDP and even in British Council. However, as soon as after the pandemic, everything's changed. Both paper-based and computer-based, the speaking test is conducted or carried out via online. So you need to be fully aware about that one. I think it can reduce your tensions as well. So you don't need to feel, like there is a butterfly in your stomach. Okay. So I sometimes combine with the idiomatic expression. So butterfly in your stomach means that you don't get nervous. So this is the majority, the format of the speaking test. Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. So Part 1, introduction, Part 2, cue cards, and Part 3, discussion. And it will last for 10 to 15 minutes for each candidate. Okay. I think that's all about the, a brief overview of the IELTS. Does anybody wants to come up with the questions?
Maybe not, sir.
Right.
Sorry, higher.
Thank you. Okay. Now, if you have no questions, I'm going to give you a short test for the section 1 in listening. So I really want you to get ready with a piece of paper, and I'm going to show you the test for tonight. Is that going to be a problem for you?
No, mister.
Right, here we go. So I really want you to prepare a piece of paper. So are you guys ready?
Ready?
Ready.
Right then. Okay. Before we start, can you hear the
Number
recording?
of different recordings, and you'll have to answer questions on what you hear.
Okay, can you hear the recording clearly?
Yes.
Right, here we go.
There will be time for you to read the instructions and questions, and you'll have a chance to check your work. All the recordings will be played once only. The test is in 4 sections. At the end of the test, you will be given 10 minutes to transfer your answers to an answer sheet. Now turn to Section 1. Section 1. You will hear a conversation between a student looking for a host family and a housing advisor. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 5. You will see that there is an example which has been done for you. On this occasion only, the conversation relating to this will be played first.
Good morning. How can I help you?
Good morning. I understand you help fix up students with host families.
That's right. Are you interested in...
Yes.
Well, please sit down and I'll just take a few details.
Thank you.
Right. Now, what name is it?
Jenny Chan.
Can you spell that, please?
Yes. JENNYCHAN.
Right. And what is your present address?
The student's name is Jenny Chan, so Jenny Chan has been written on the form. Now we shall begin. You should answer the questions as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 5.
Good morning. How can I help you?
Good morning. I understand you help fix up students with host families.
That's right. Are you interested in...
Yes.
Well, please sit down and I'll just take a few details.
Thank you.
Right. Now, what name is it?
Jenny Chan.
Can you spell that, please?
Yes. JENNYCHAN.
Right. And what is your present address?
Seaview Guest House, 14 Hill Road.
Okay. And do you know the phone number there?
Yes, I have it here. 2237676. But I'm only there after about 7 p.m.
So when would be the best time to catch you?
I suppose between 9 and, let me see, past, before I leave for the college.
Great. And can I ask you your age?
I've just had my 19th birthday.
And how long would you want to stay with the host family?
I'm planning on staying a year, but at the moment I'm definitely here for 4 months only. I have to get an extension to my permit.
You're working on it?
Mm.
Fine. And what will be your occupation while you're in the UK?
Studying English?
And what would you say your level of English is?
Good, I think. I'd like to say advanced, but my written work is below the level of my spoken, so I suppose it's intermediate.
Certainly your spoken English is advanced. Anyway, which area do you think you would prefer?
Well, I'm studying right in the centre, but I'd really like to live in the northwest.
That shouldn't be a great problem. We usually have lots of families up there.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 6 to 10. Now listen and answer questions 6 to 10.
And do you have any particular requirements for diet?
Well, I'm nearly a vegetarian. Not quite.
Shall I say you are? It's probably easier that way.
That would be best.
Anything about your actual room?
I would prefer my own facilities. En suite, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And also, if it's possible, a TV. And I'd also like the house to have a real garden, rather than just a yard. Somewhere I could sit and be peaceful.
Is that all?
Well, I'm really serious about improving my English, so I'd prefer to be the only guest, if that's possible.
No other guests. Yes, you get more practice that way. Anyway, obviously, all this is partly dependent on how much you're willing to pay. What did you have in mind?
I was thinking in terms of about 60 to 80 pounds a week, but I'd go up to 100 if it was something special.
Well, I don't think we'd have any problems finding something for you.
Oh, good.
And when would you want it for?
I'd like to move in approximately 2 weeks.
Let me see. It's the 10th today. So if we go for the Monday, it's the 23rd of March.
Yes.
Right. Good. And if I could ask one last question.
That is the end of section 1. You now have half a minute to check your answers.
Okay, I give you time, 1 minute, to check all the answers before I check it out for you.
Student looking for a host family and a housing advisor. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 5.
All right. First of all, I really want to check no more than 3 words. This is the instructions. It's very important for you to read it on. No more than 3 words. Then here we go to the test.
You will see that there is an example which has been done for you. On this occasion only, the conversation relating to this will be played first.
First of all, I'd like to tell you that this is the system or the structure of the listening itself. So it starts from the example. As soon as after you hear the example, it should be played first, played at the first. Then the recording will repeat the example. So it is an indicative that you are going to start the test. So it means that begin. After the examples, they will give you conversation. So in these conversations, we lead you into the keywords. So the keywords can be the word itself. The keywords can be in synonym. And the keywords can be in paraphrase. As soon as after you listen to one of them, you should get ready to answer the questions. Let's say number 1. However, sometimes it's quite tricky because sometimes the recording gives you the instructions, then they give you answers at the last. Or even in the opposite side, sometimes the recording gives you the answers at the first, and then the instructions comes at the last, and then you're going to choose which one is going to be the answer. How to make a good answer? You should be based on the text in here. You should be based on the text in here. Okay? Should be based on the text in here. So it's very important for you to know. On top of that, the listening, the questions in listening are in order. So they will come in order, and never ever starting from number 1, jump into number 3, get back to number 2, and jump into number 4. No, it's not going to be like that. So they will come in order. So the most important thing for you is to follow the recording, fully aware about the keywords, because it's very important. So keywords in here not only help you to answer the questions, but also to help you to stay on the recording. You can still stay on the track of the recording. Well, without any further ado, let's get started.
Good morning. How can I help you?
Good morning. I understand you help fix up students with host families.
That's right. Are you interested in...
Yes.
Well, please sit down and I'll just take a few details.
Thank you.
Right. Now, what name is it?
Jenny Chan.
Can you spell that, please?
Yes. Jenny. Chan.
Right. And what is your present address?
The student's name is Jenny Chan, so Jenny Chan has been written on the form. Now we shall begin. You should answer the questions as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 5.
Good morning. How can I help you?
Good morning. I understand you help fix up students with host families.
That's right. Are you interested in...
Yes.
Well, please sit down and I'll just take a few details.
Thank you.
Right. Now, what name is it?
Jenny Chan.
Can you spell that, please?
Yes. JENNYCHAN.
Right. And what is your present address?
Seaview Guest House, 14 Hill Road.
Okay, in this time, the keywords come in the word itself. So Seaview Guest House, 14.
14 Hall Road. Hill Road.
Yes, very good. 14 Hill Road. Okay, 14 Hill Road.
Okay. And do you know the phone number there?
Yes, I have it here. 2237676. But I'm only there after about 7 p.m.
So when would be the best time to catch you?
When will be the best time to catch you? So you read to contact, and then you heard from recording to catch you. So this is in synonym.
I suppose between 9 and...
Okay, it's supposed to between 9.
See, past, before I leave.
Okay, past. So 9 and past. Like this one.
To the college.
Great. And can I ask you your age?
I've just had my 19th birthday.
And how long would you want to stay with the host family?
Now, number 3. See how the keywords work on the IELTS. How long will you stay?
I'm planning on staying a year.
Okay, I'm planning to stay a year. So intended means that planning. So the answer is a year.
But at the moment, I'm definitely here for 4 months only.
Okay, at the moment, I'm definitely here for 4 months only. That is the information for destruction.
I have to get an extension to my permit.
You're working on it?
Mm.
Fine. And what will be your occupation while you're in the UK?
Studying English?
And what would you say your level of English is?
Good, I think.
Actually, in English, there is no level good. That the assessment, good, okay, is okay, or fairly, or satisfy, or excellent, and so on. So that is the the assessment. However, for the level of English, we have basic, intermediate, upper intermediate, or even advanced.
I'd like to say advanced, but my written work is below the level of my spoken, so...
Okay, the woman say, I'd like to say advanced, but remember, the word but sounds like clarification, so you need to be fully aware about but in this way.
I suppose it's intermediate.
Certainly.
Okay, so the answer is intermediate. Be careful with the spelling as well.
Your spoken English is advanced. Anyway, which area do you think you would prefer?
Okay, you heard from the recording, which area do you think you would prefer? So area means that location. So you now are in number 5.
Well, I'm studying right in the center, but...
I'm studying right in the center. It is a distraction.
I'd really like to live in the northwest.
So talking about preference means that I really like to live in the northwest. So we heard two pieces of information. The first one, the woman said, I'm studying right in the center, but I really like to live in the northwest. So the answer is in the northwest.
That shouldn't be a great problem. We usually have lots of families up there.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 6 to 10. Now listen and answer questions 6 to 10.
And do you have any particular requirements for diet?
Well, I'm nearly a vegetarian. Not quite.
So I'm nearly a vegetarian, so special diet vegetarian. Not quite.
Shall I say you are? It's probably easier that way.
That would be best.
Anything about your actual room?
I would prefer my own facilities. En suite, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And also, if it's possible, a TV. And I'd also like the house to have a real garden.
Okay, have a real garden.
Rather than just a yard.
Rather than just a yard. So instead of yard, I prefer real garden to yard. So the answer is real garden. So even so, you didn't write down a real garden or a real, but you just put down garden. That's okay, because the primary answer is garden.
Somewhere I could sit and be peaceful.
Is that all?
Well, I'm really serious about improving my English, so I'd prefer to be the only guest.
Okay, this way, number 8, the keywords come in the word itself. So I prefer to be the only guest.
If that's possible.
No other guests. Yes, you get more practice that way. Anyway, obviously, all this is partly dependent on how much you're willing to pay.
So when we heard information about how much you're willing to pay, it talks about the price. But remember, in these questions, the questions is ask you to look for the maximum price in a week.
What did you have in mind?
I was thinking in terms of about 60 to 80 pounds a week, but I'd go up to 100 if it was something special.
Well, I don't think...
Okay, so 60 to 80, but I've got 100 if it is something special. So the maximum one is 100 pounds.
We'd have any problems finding something for you.
Oh, good.
And when would you want it for?
I'd like to move in approximately 2 weeks.
Let me see, it's the 10th today. So if we go for the Monday, it's the 23rd of March.
Yes.
Right. Good. And
so 23rd March.
And if I could ask one last question.
Any questions, guys?
Okay, can I have a question?
Go on.
First question is how we deal with like the name road that we're not familiar with. Like the first answer is hill road.
Yeah.
I think that it's very difficult to catch the name of the road if we don't familiar.
Exactly true. Absolutely.
And the second is the correct answer is always sensitive toward the case that we use. In example, in the answer number 8, for example, the correct answer is the only guess, but example, we just answer only guess without the is the answer is conclude wrong.
No, that is true.
Or maybe in like number 10, the correct answer is 23rd March, but we answer March 23rd is conclude also wrong.
That's okay. This is true as well. That is true as well. So if you want to enter date, you can write down like this one, 23rd March, 23 March, or March 23rd, or even March 23. They are all accepted. Okay, and for number 8 itself, the only guess. I want to be only guess. That's okay. So we have no more than 3 words. So without choosing the, that's okay. Without choosing only, that's okay. If you just write down or wrote down guess itself, that's okay. It's true. However, for number 1 itself, yeah, majority of the IELTS candidates are not familiar with the name of the road in European country, particularly in a British or British country. Sorry, in the UK, I'm sorry. So sometimes they have a hill road, or sometimes they have a childish words, or any kinds of. So I really wanted to get to know about this one as well, about the name of the road, or even the city, right? Sometimes Manchester, or Seattle, or any kinds of Sheffield, any kinds of city name, Liverpool, many kinds of. So I really wanted to get to know as well about the city, the conditions of the English-speaking country. It can be in Australia or even in the UK. Anyone else?
Please.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Anytime.
Me, please.
Okay, so one.
Okay. As you said before that we will get 2 things, distraction and the answer. So we should see the patterns, but I don't really get the patterns here, because sometimes I hear her opinion and her estimate for something, and then I hear that like the facts. For example, like he likes to stay in Northwest, but he study in Center. I think that he live in Center, but the answer is Northwest. And then I hear the sorry. Okay, length of stay. I hear 4 months only, but the answer is a year. Can you explain more, please?
Right, thank you. So at the first, talking about the pattern is always the keywords. I mean, the keywords always comes at the first. So when you take a look at this pattern, Salva, so the keywords can be the word itself, the keywords can be synonym, and the keywords can be paraphrase. As soon as after you listen to one of them, you should get ready to answer, as I told you. Okay? However, before answering the questions, you need to be fully aware about the instruction, and they give you answers at the last, or even the answers at the first, and then the instructions at the last. So let's have a look in number 3, intended length of stay. So the woman said, I'm planning to stay a year. I'm planning to stay a year. Planning is the synonym of intended. So in this way, answers come at the first, and then followed by the information of, and actually I'm definitely here for 4 months only. So I don't choose definitely here for 4 months because it is not based on the question. So I have to stick on the question. I have to stick on the question and then look for information in regard to intended. So to speak, intended is mentioned in synonym, which is planning. I'm planning to stay here for a year, but I'm definitely here for 4 months only. So I go on with a year because intended, because the question here asks me to look for information about intended, which is the same meaning as a planning. So when the woman say, I'm planning here, so that is the information that I'm looking for. Again, in number 5 is the same questions. When you take a look at the questions, you need to stick on it, prepare location. So the woman say, I live in the center, right in the center, but I'm really looking for in the northwest. I really like to live in the northwest. I'm studying in the center. I'm studying in the center, but I really like to live in the northwest. So preferred locations for living is in the northwest, not in the center. So Salwa, is that okay? You got the point?
Yes, so we should take a look for the keywords from the question. Like that,
Exactly true. Absolutely. So you have to stick on the questions and then look for information on that you are going to focus on.
Okay, so that's important to read the question first, sir?
Yes, it's pretty much important for you to know. So at the first, you need to skim quickly. You skim the questions quickly and then try to be fully aware which information that you are looking for. Present address, best time to catch, and then planning to stay, and then general level of English is, then comes to preferred location. So don't be trapped. Don't put yourself in a distraction. So as I told you previously, that sometimes the information comes to distractions at the first, then the recording gives you the answers at the last. However, in the opposite side, sometimes they give you answers at the first and then distractions at the last. And how to decide it, how to make up your mind, you have to stick on the questions again and again. Let's say like this one. So the information that you hear from recording sometimes consists of 2 or 3. So two of them are distraction and one of them will be the answer. You got it. So
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Anytime. Okay, I think that's the end of our meeting for tonight. I'm so over the moon to have you guys as my friend. Hopefully we are going to meet again tomorrow. Have a nice dream. Bye for now.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Bye, Haya. Have a good night.
Thank you, Haya. See you
Thank you,
tomorrow.
Mr. Haya. See you tomorrow.
Haya, I have a question before we leave our class.
Okay.
Can you give us the schedule of the class? Like on Monday we study about the learning, like next day is speaking. Can you give me like a schedule for us?
Okay, thank you very much for asking me. In the last minutes of our meeting for tonight. So actually, I used the block system. So I think it's quite simple. By the way, so let's say in the first week we are going to listen. We are going to learn about the listening, and the next week is going to be reading. The following week is going to be writing, and the last is going to be speaking. However, I need to make it become more interactive. So I sometimes mix it up with the speaking. So before coming to the listening, I give you a little bit speaking. Then in the following week, I mean, in the second week of the meeting, I will give you speaking again with the reading. And then the last one following with the writing with speaking as well. So I'm going to mix it up. So I think that's all about the syllabus that we are going to go through in this online class. Thank you very much for asking me. I'm so sorry. I forgot telling you about that one in the beginning of the meeting.
Okay, sorry. Thank you so much. Bye.
Anytime. Bye for now.